All the golfers out there that struggle with a slice, they struggle with swing path, struggle with balance, this tip is one of my all-time favorites. I really like it. I'm going to get straight into it because you need to be able to understand where the club goes on the way down. I think a lot of golfers do. I think a lot of golfers now have the knowledge that the club needs to kind of work down relatively parallel to the target line at the kind of waist height, and they kind of try to understand what kind of creates a good transition. A lot of golfers know that they want to kind of drop their arms down rather than kind of rotate up and over from the shoulders. But one of the key issues that I see is as you get to the top of the backswing, if the body weight is in the wrong place, i.e. towards the toes, there is no amount of arm movement or manipulation that can allow you to drop the club on the inside or keep the club more on plane whilst the body weight's stuck onto the tiptoes. So what I want you to try and do, I want you to curl up your big toes in your shoes. I want the nail of your toenail, your nail of your toe to hit the roof of your shoe, okay? So as you set up, lift your toes up into your shoes. As a feeling, get your backside on the outside of your heels to get further back behind your feet as you set up. I've got my big toes up in my shoes. I'm going to try and keep them in that position as long as possible. Now in particular, at the top of the backswing, I want you to almost feel like you've really curled up your toes. The weight's back into the heels, not on the outside of the heel, but a bit more kind of back into the heel. And that's going to allow two things. It's going to allow the golfers that can't rotate very well to be able to rotate. If you get the weight stuck into your toes, you can't rotate. Okay, so you end up falling forward. So your body will not allow you to turn, it will not allow you to get that depth in your chest and that depth in your hips if your body weight is in the wrong place. So as much as this, I might have mentioned at the start, this is a slice tip. This is someone that, for everybody that wants to get a bit more depth in the swing, for more rotation, it's a timeless tip. It's an endless tip of opportunity. So as we set up, we're going to let the toes come up. I'm going to stick my backside out a little bit more on the outside of my heels, really get set, and then I've got a nice balanced finish position. And as I've got into that balanced finish position, I can now still feel the weight into my left heel. Okay, so as I've got to the top of the backswing here, I'm able to feel that my toes have come up. And as a result of that, I'm able to create that transition that we all want to create. We cannot create a decent transition when the weight is too far towards your toes. And even before you get to the transition, you can't even create a decent rotation if the weight is too much towards your toes. So I promise you, this tip is an absolute beauty. Lift the toes up, sit down more into your heels, get a sensation, get that sensation of your chest rotating, the heel, the toes of your trail foot lifting up, your shoes, you can see the shoes are up a little bit, my weight's back. All right, then from there, I've got more control of my body weight as I go through the shot. I actually hit a little push there, which if you are a slicer of a golf ball that struggles with an out to win or a pull, that is like the holy grail, isn't it? That is the holy grail. Now, if you want to take this one step further, which I'll be honest with you, right now I don't because the ground's wet, but for the purpose of the video, get your shoes off, okay? Oh, the ground is wet. Shoes off, okay? Now doing it, toes up, okay? Look at those, toes up, beautiful. Oh. So far forward. Right, I'm going to pop my shoes back on because I'll be honest, I'm wet. They're wet. They are not in a good place right now, but that's a great drill. If you're on a driving range mat, take your shoes off. Get so much more feel for where your body weight is during the golf swing. Another little version of this drill would be to actually put an alignment stick or another golf club underneath your toes and take your swing, and then what you're going to be able to do from that drill is actually feel when your body weight pushes forward. I see it so often. People go that way in the takeaway. Chest turns, weight goes onto the tiptoes. Disaster of a place to be. No depth, really struggle with swing path. And as a result of the two of them, you're going to struggle with your overall ball striking as well. So now, toes up, into my heels. And that, my friends, is absolutely pure. Guys, thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like, share it with your friends, share it with the whole golfing community, and I'll see you in the next video.